Hello students, today I'm going to explain you chapter 12 of class 5th. The name of the chapter is The Story of the United Nations. Okay, in this particular chapter we are going to study about the beginning of Indian revolutions and about Second World War. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Okay, so first we are going to study with the topic the Industrial Revolution begins. So how actually the Industrial Revolution begins? So initially, when man entered into the age of machine, okay, when machines were in the beginning era of it, okay, people were starting manufacturing new kinds of machine in their life. Then from that time, the industrial revolution begins. Okay, from that time, industrial revolution began. Okay, uh, the large factories were set up and the things became manufactured in a large number. This was industrial revolution. Okay, so a large number of machines were going to manufacture in order to export and import their products to earn profit or whatever be the reason. For any purpose, when machine manufacture in large amounts, that time period is called industrial revolution. Clear? Now, in the beginning, some European countries were also able to build machines. Okay, so European countries new technologies to build new kinds of machine. Okay, so they took the profit with this by poor countries. Okay, they sell their products from poor countries at very low rate. Okay, so they are buying the products at low rate, but when they manufacture the machines they sell them at very high rate. Okay, so this is how they are using poor countries and earning a huge profit. Okay, so this was the time when European countries were building machines, buying raw products at very cheap cost, but they were selling those machines at very high rate. Okay, they went to different parts of the world and made a few countries as their colonies. Okay, now they are spreading their knowledge to other countries when they are going to sell all those, and this is how the competition among European nations began. Okay, now this rivalry resulted in two world wars. Okay, now this era was coming, new technology, new machines were coming in the among the people. So this came to the result of two world war. Okay, so many countries joined these wars. The first world war was fought from 1914 to 1918, and the second from 1939 to 1949. Okay, this is the time period when first world war and second world war happened. The second world war caused more destructions. Okay, because atomic bombs were used in second world war. Millions of people died and many became disabled. Okay, America dropped two atom bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Both cities were destroyed completely. Okay, so this was the first time when atomic bombs were used. Okay, and on Japanese cities Hiroshima and Nagasaki faced this thing. Both cities were destroyed completely. Okay, that means so much loss was faced by Japan, and the second world war was shocked the whole country. The entire country was in the was in shock that what kind of destruction can lead the world wars. Millions of innocent people and soldiers lost their lives. The right thinking people thought that the huge wealth spent on war should be for bringing prosperity and happiness for the entire human race. Okay, so obviously, when world wars happen, so mostly common peoples face the difficulties. Okay, generally, common peoples face everything, every loss, their life, their wealth, everything. So they are saying that the correct thinking is that when war, it's better that spending time and money on soldiers and on other things, we should focus on the bringing prosperity and happiness for common peoples. Okay, not we should play with their lives. Clear? These wars made people worried all over the world about future. So League of Nations were established. Okay, League of Nations were established to stop and maintaining internationally peace through diploma. Okay, it could not prevent or stop even small wars, but League of Nations could not able to work as the expectations were built. Okay, it could not even able to stall small wars. Okay, why? Two reasons are given in your book. One of the world's most powerful nations, the USA, was not its member. Okay, that means USA was one of the most powerful nation among all the countries. So USA was also not the member of this. The League members were not willing to oppose aggressions by Japan, Italy, and Germany in 1930. Okay, so these are the two main reasons due to which this was not. This was not even good for to stop the world wars between. Okay, this unopposed aggressions to World War II. Okay, that means however this was already established that no further wars will be happen, but still World War II happened due to these two weak reasons. These two reasons who weakened the League of Nations. Clear? The League of different nations of the world were worried and concluded that if a third world war took place, the entire human race would be finished. Okay, so it is a prediction. This fear forced the countries of the world to establish another organization which would prevent wars and promote peace and security in the world. Okay, so this is how another organization was established to ensure peace and stability. The idea gave birth to United Nations. The name was first suggested by President Roosevelt of USA. Finally, representatives of 51 nations met in San Francisco in April 1945. India was also one of them. This conference prepared of Charter of United Kingdom. Now its headquarters is in New York in USA. The UN flag has light blue background with its symbol, which is a world map at the center surrounded by olive branches, which are the symbol of peace. Okay, that means symbol was organized, and now this organization was very much better than the previous one, which had because of these two following reasons. Okay, clear? Now, UN was founded on 24th October 1945 after the World War II to replace the League of Nations, to stop wars among the countries and provide a platform for dialogue. Okay, because of World War there is so much loss of citizens, so many humans died. So this entire mass killing can produce a harm cause, and one of them has predicted that there will be a lot of loss. Okay, so due to which this was important to create another organization. Since then, this day is celebrated as United Nations throughout the world. It contains multiple subsidiary organizations to carry out its missions. There are currently 192 member nations, including nearly every sovereign state in the world. The principles of UN are all members nations should respect the sovereignty and rights of each other. Okay, that means everyone, no one is at high position and no one is low. Everyone is equal, so everyone have to respect their sovereignty and right of each other. Threats and the use of force should be avoided. Only peaceful measures should be used to settle disagreements and disputes. The member nations must support and cooperate with the UN in all its activities. Okay, so these are the rules of this organization. Next, the aims of UN to maintain international peace and security by avoiding kinds of war, big or small wars, which we saw in World War I and II. To develop friendly relationships and cooperations. To promote respect for human rights and human freedom. To remove differences based on religion, race or languages. To solve economic, social, cultural, human problems, to assist nation in task and coordination their effects. Because why wars happen? Because in order to gain some power or control over something, so to remove all these unwanted selfishness, these were the rules an organization was set up. To help the people of the world in removing illiteracy, disease and poverty, because so much money is required to conduct any kind of wars, big wars, and in spite of spending so much money on wars, we should spend these monies on important factors like illness, disease and poverty. Clear? Now, Declaration of Human Rights. In order to achieve aims and goals, UN took a step forward and made a Declaration of Human Rights on 10 December 1948. They are right to live free citizens, equal pay, equality before law, freedom of worship, freedom to marry, right to education, freedom to travel anywhere, and right of free speech, writing according to birthplace. Okay, so these are some basic rights which our constitution has also written. Okay. The people of the world are still facing some of the problems, but United States is working sincerely to help the human race in its growth, maintenance and peace development. Okay, so here our this important chapter completes. I hope you understood the chapter. Thank you.